Hey girl, hey, it's your girl Kay-otic Tea back with another video, you guys. And today we are going to be getting in a little reaction, a little recap, and a little commentary on episode 4 of Baddies Gone Wild. Okay, and you guys know how it goes. I watch it in real time, and you already know I'm about to analyze these fights down to the T, okay? I'm about to who swung what, who did what, and all of that. So, yeah, you guys. Hopefully I do not sound like I am laying down, because I am. And yeah, let's get right into this video, you guys. Okay, and y'all know the episode always starts off with a little recap from last week's episode, and I forgot how good the episode was. Well, I didn't forget, but I just had to reiterate, like, oh my God, that episode was so good. Oh yeah, so yeah, they have a lot to live up in this next episode, so it's about to start right now. All right, you guys, so the episode starts back where it left off, which is with Lauren and Milani fighting. Okay, so y'all, I'm gonna really try to remember everybody's name as much as possible on this video, because child, I didn't know nobody's name last episode. But it goes back to them, and basically, Lauren is mad that, Milani is mad that that Lauren said that she beat her up, so they had started fighting. In the midst of this, Dava gets up and she starts trying to square up with Milani, and Alana is like, oh, well, y'all need to stop trying to square up with her. Why are you getting up, Dava, and this and this and that. And, in her confession, was talking about, Milani already fighting this big old girl, Lauren. Girl, okay. I know Lauren is taller than Milani, but let's not act like Lauren is some little fragile, tiny girl. That girl is thick, okay? And she's not a small girl. She's just a little bit shorter than Lauren. And if you're going to be real and keep it a buck, weight-wise, she's definitely probably either bigger or the same weight as Lauren. Like, she's not that small. Like, she's not. I don't understand that narrative, and I don't like it. It's kind of annoying, actually, because she got all this big mouth and she always got something to say, and she let's have a house meeting to see who's leaving the house, but you want to scream small, and Lauren's bigger than me. Girl, goodbye, good night. So Alana is really wanting to defend her friend, I guess. So she keeps saying she's not going home because Dava and Lauren keeps saying, well, then you go home. Since you want to call a house meeting and tell somebody to go home, why don't you go home? Which I understand, because who is you to be calling house meetings? Like, who you feeling like? So Dava is running off at the mouth, talking about why she don't go to Becky London room, because it seemed like her and Becky London I guess that's her name, Becky London, child, but whatever. I guess they are cool to a certain extent, but she don't really like hanging around with her because Minx is always around. But while they're arguing, all you see is Lulu with this big old wig on her head. Like, girl, the cap is on your head. Like, it's hilarious because she has a bonnet on, then she got the wig on top, but the wig is Lauren's wig, because I'm sitting here like, who wig is this? And it's Lauren's from when she was just fighting Milani, and Lauren snatched her wig off and like, don't do that. And you could tell like she was a little bit mad, but I think she didn't want to be mad at Lulu because, first of all, Lulu's super small. Like, she should not be fighting Lulu anyway. But they laugh it off, but I just thought that part was funny. But in the confessionals, Minx, or whatever her name is, tries to, there I go again. Minx is like, yeah, Lulu's sitting there looking funny with Lulu's sitting there looking funny with Lauren's wig on her head, and Lauren snatched it off. Nah, don't just snatch the wig off. Sock her up like you've been socking everybody else up. But if Lauren did do that, then y'all would be like, Lulu's too small, like, like, then y'all be calling Lauren a bully and all of that. So I don't understand why she would say that, because you already know the narrative is going to be that Lauren is a bully, or she only fights small girls, or this and that, which, like, again, Lauren is not that big. She's just a little bit tall. Like, I don't know, child. So Kayotic gets up and is trying to still explain to Becky why Becky shouldn't get put the beats on her. And I'm like, girl, you already got what you got. Like, why you keep trying to explain? But no, I never said you was a bully. Girl, she already beat you up. Like, there's nothing to explain now. Now, to me, if I told you already that I didn't do something and you still want to fight me. Now I did it. Okay. I did it. So what you gonna do? So I don't know. Kay-otic Tea is just, she trying not to get beat up again, I'm guessing. You came down with them girls and you walked up. So last episode, it was Sam, Dava, and Kay-otic Tea walking up to Becky, Minx, and Lulu. In real life, if 3 people walk up on me and 3 of my friends or 2 of my friends and they walking up, I'm probably going to assume that they don't want to fight. I'm just going to assume like, oh, hello, hi, how are you guys doing? But if we on bad girls, baddies, whatever, baby, you walk up on us 3 on 3, I'm going to think you want to fade. And why would I, so my homegirl is getting ready to fight you, Minx and Dava is getting ready to fight, and you done walked up with this hoe, I'm going to assume that it's some smoke in the air. Because if you just want to watch and see what's going on, girl, you could have came in after them. But you came down in what looked like a confrontation. So don't be mad now that you got beat up. Don't put yourself in them weird situations. Like in the court system, if you there, you accessory to the crime. You was there, you accessory, and you got whooped on, okay? Take your whooping and go on with your business. I'm trying to explain everything. You don't look like a baddie. You look like an explainer, okay? And that's weird. Nobody's trying to hear it. So then Baby Tyson and Becky have a little back and forth. I guess Becky's really trying to dispel the allegations that she is a bully, and Tyson is like, why, if you know you're not a bully, why do you even care? Which I agree with Tyson. If you felt like you were fighting for a reason and standing on business about something, then just do that. You don't have to explain a bunch of stuff to everybody. Lauren is telling her, well, why you even talking, girl? You've been in your room all day, you've been PC'd up. I guess she's referring to the fact that Baby Tyson really hasn't been around since she got the beats put on her by Alana. I'm assuming that this might go somewhere. They might have a little bit of beef or issue moving forward in the season. And side note, I know Baby Tyson trying to cover up her face as far as, her little 1-2 with Alana, child. I still don't know her name. But that's a terrible wig she got on. This little green bob, this little green 1-2 is stiff. It's green, and it's not a good look for her, girl. Go change your wig, put something else on. And so my thing is, listen, Baby Tyson, I know that you are, you ain't scared, which I can respect. But at the same time, if you didn't see Kay-otic Tea's face, you need to look at it, because Becky did that. I mean, do you want that to happen to you too? Do you? And I'm not saying that she got to back down to Becky or whoever, but just because you can say some stuff don't mean you should say it, because that's really none of your business. And to get beat up and knotted up and busted up for some stuff that is not your business is diabolical. I mean, I'm not going to back down from anybody if it comes to it, but I'm also not going to throw myself in front of a train, okay? No, thank you. No, thank you, ma'am. Even if you think you're going to win, still, why go through that for something that's not your business? So they go around and everybody says who they think should go home. It's obviously pointless, because you're just going to vote for the people that you don't like for the most part. I feel like the only people who didn't vote for people that they didn't like was Lauren and a couple other girls, because they voted Leandra because I guess they think she's boring or whatever. But at the end of the day, nobody got voted out. Nobody went home. And Lauren said it. She was like, child, Milani, you don't get to call no more meetings, because we didn't get down to the bottom of nothing and nobody cares. I agree, because they do this for the drama of it, but nobody usually goes home, and nobody usually, Natalie got to come to the house to do that. That don't even make no sense. So to me, this was just a whole big waste of time. Okay, so after the house meeting is over, that little stage scene that they had, everybody starts walking away, but Dava goes up to Milani and Alana and start basically asking them, what's the beef? What's the problem? Milani starts talking about, oh, I didn't like how you was rooting for Baby Tyson when Alana and Baby Tyson was fighting. And it's girl, what are you talking about? She was not rooting for her. She was telling her to pick her head up. And this is what I said in the last video, that she was talking, like in the last episode, she was saying that she was mad that Dava was doing that, and she was just like, let them run their ones. Girl, she let them run their ones. She's upstairs. She's nowhere near close to nothing. She's just screaming for baby Tyson to put her head up. And Dava is like, yeah, I was telling her to put her head up. Like, she's a small girl. She's little. Like, I was telling her to put her head up. And then Alana, well, she could fight, so size don't matter. Girl, size don't matter right now, but as soon as Lauren starts trying to fight somebody, then size matters. Like, what the hell? Alana was also talking about how Dava was looking like she wanted to fight somebody during the meeting, but now on the sideline, she's shaky. I don't feel like it gave shaky. I feel like it gave, what's up? Like, is everything cool? Like, why do you have a problem with me? We didn't have no problem before. It didn't give like she was scared or nothing like that. And I can't stand a hoe that think everybody's scared of them. Everybody is grown. Knowing that you're going to get beat up is one thing. Fear is a whole other thing. Now, some of these girls probably are scared. Like, Leandra, she looked like she might be scared. She don't want no smoke. But not everybody is scared of you, girl. Please, pipe down. So, this picture thing, I said from the beginning, I don't want to hear about no picture stuff, because Dava and Kayotic is still talking about this picture. They go to the side and they're basically saying that Becky was saying that it was Dava's fault that Kayotic got beat up because, of the commentary, the back and forth about the picture taking down thing. I do not care. I just don't care. I don't care who. Nobody should have been taking nobody's picture down because it's dumb. It's stupid. Now you got a black eye for it. So, and baby, you didn't get a black eye because you took the picture down. You didn't get a black eye because this, because that. You came down on some energy like you was going to do something to somebody. And I'm not even going to say energy. Let me not say energy. But you came down with the group, walking up on somebody else. If you walk up on me, I'm getting up too. And then I'm not, and I don't know if I'm gonna give you time to explain, because now my friend and your friend is fighting. I feel like you came down to fight too, so we probably gonna have to fight also. So I don't care about your explanation and all this other type of stuff. You shouldn't have came down like that. If you wanted to talk to somebody and discuss what you did and what you didn't do with the pictures, you could have came down on your own. You could have found them in a better situation, girl. That's your fault. So Kayotic's still trying to talk to Dava like, oh, Becky told me that you did this and this and that, and that's why I got this black eye. And Dava is like, I said what I said to her after y'all had already fought. So y'all didn't fight because of what I said. Y'all fought because that's just what it was. Everybody's like, why would you believe somebody that you just had a fight with and it's your friend? Like, won't you just go with what your friend is saying? And Dava basically said the same thing. Like, girl, don't believe somebody that blacked your eye. Hilarious. So all the girls, after the confrontation, they get ready to go to the pool and, just kind of vibe and get to know each other or whatever. And Lauren is like, I did get in the jacuzzi or whatever, but I didn't take my clothes off like everybody else because, not everything is meant for TV. Some stuff is just supposed to be for my man. And I'm like, girl, your man must be the whole strip club, because, girl, you is a stripper. Like, what you mean? What do you mean? I'm confused. I'm confused right now. Like, it's cool for the strip club, but it's not cool. I mean, same difference if you ask me. I don't know. I mean, it's worse in the club because these men are there to gawk at you and stare at you and, might get a little touchy touch. Like, at least in this situation, you're on TV. Nobody can actually touch you. Nobody can actually say anything to you. And you're, with a bunch of girls. But I don't know, child, whatever she says, child, she like it. I love it. Okay, so it's the next day and all the girls are discussing the events from the night before. So they are basically saying that Kayotic need to check Dava because she said she was going to check Dava and a check wasn't had. But to me, she talked to her friend. She asked her what the deal was, and it was explained to her in a way that she felt was sufficient. So I don't know why they so concerned with who Kayotic go check. Why are you concerned? She got her black eye. Why do y'all collectively care whether or not she checks Dava about it? Because at the end of the day, Dava did not give her the black eye. Now, if Dava lied on her and said that she did something that she didn't do, then cool. But from what my understanding is, Dava says she told Becky that after the fact. Whether it was true or not, she still said it after the black eye was given. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a little annoying to me how they keep pumping up Elena, like hyping her head up like, girl, you had one fight with baby Tyson. They pumping her up, talking about some Dava was scared of her during the house meeting and this and that. Like, it never gave that for real. I don't really feel like Elena's done much of anything to have anybody afraid of her. When she fights somebody her size, then I could see what's really tea. To me, Alana, you want to talk about how, or everybody want to talk about how Lauren only fight little girls. So have you. You've only fought Mimi, who really ain't no comp, and everybody should have known that from jump. And baby Tyson, who is also small. So you should really stop popping it as if you've done so much for somebody to be scared of, for real. So they cut to Dava and Kutta talking about everything, and Lulu walks up and they're basically like, okay, so whose side you on? Because it seemed like you was cool with them, because when we walked up last night, that's who you was with. But, you know, and then they cut to a scene of Lulu basically saying like she's neutral, she ain't got no problem with nobody, like, you know, asking them what's they beef and what's he with them. And so they ask her, like, you know, whose side are you on? So she says, I'm on y'all side. Like, yeah, like, y'all my bitches, like, whatever. And my thing is, y'all came down with Sam, too. Sam is clearly on the other girl's team. So, I don't know. That whole, the way the two groups kind of split up afterwards, like, Lulu being on the other side and, like, that switch up, like, why y'all come down with Sam? Like, Sam seems very messy. Like, I don't particularly like Sam, because she's even in the room with the girls while they're talking about yesterday, and she's like, oh, yeah, I went to the kitchen and Dava's leg was wrapped up and this and that, and, you know, I'm putting my girls up on game, let them know what's going on. Wasn't you just with Dava last night walking up on these other girls? Like, I'm confusion. Like, what's happening here? Like, who you cool with, who you not cool with. Now, what's really tea is that Becky, they go back to the girls in the room, and Becky is saying how Lulu was out there fighting Sam the night before, and Dava was like, you was just talking about them. You was just talking about them, talking to Lulu, saying that she was just talking about all the other girls. And Becky is like, so, you know, like, what is it? Like, are you cool? Are you not cool? You was just up in here big kicking it with us. And now, you know, she's saying that she was talking about us. So everybody now talking about, they want to know what Lulu has said. And child, I want to know what Lulu has said too. Like, girl, what she said? What was said? Okay, like, I'm all ears, girl. What was said? So Ming's talking about she about to smack fire out of Lulu. And if you don't sit your big old self down somewhere and stop trying to fight this little tiny girl, like, listen, if somebody is popping it at you, then go ahead. You know, size at that point, it is what it is. It don't matter. If you're going to give it to him, you're going to give it to him. But my thing is, what you talking about? You going to smack her because she was talking about you? Girl, you're wet. Have one of your little girls smack her. Like, I mean, y'all all seem like send-offs. Have Milani smack her, or have Sam smack her. I mean, last time Sam smacked her, it went bad for her, but, you know, maybe they sober now and they, you know, might go a little bit better for Sam. But you do not need to have your big old self trying to smack this little tiny girl. Like, you sound ridiculous. Like, she didn't say nothing to you as far as fighting words, like, I want to fight you, or nothing like that. Now, if she said that to Dava, if she was saying, like, yeah, I'm about to fight these girls, then, all right, that's one thing. I could see if maybe you want to, you know, check her temperature. But if she said, oh, yeah, they whacked them girls, like, I don't like them like that. They was over here talking, like, a little gossip, a little 1-2, girl, stop it. Let that girl talk her little mess and move along, unless she talk like she want to fight. Side note, Sam really gives pick me. It seemed like she want to be accepted by these girls so bad. Night before, she was peace treating and apologizing to Lulu, talking about, so we from the same hood, like, I apologize, I take accountability. Like, girl, shut up. And then now she in the room the next day trying to start mess. Like, it's giving pick me, like, calm down. Now we are outside with Lauren, Baby Tyson, Leandra, and G-Baby. They're just kind of talking about the events from the night before. And I don't know what Baby Tyson said. They're talking about Alana or Elena. Y'all, oh my God. They're talking about this girl, and she says something that's apparently bad enough for the production to like beep out the word. I don't know what she's calling this girl or what she's saying about her, but they beep it out, and she's like, I want to know what she said, because what was that bad for them to like beep it out? Like they say the most terrible things on this show. Why is that so bad that you would like beep that out? But anyway, they're talking about that, and Lauren is basically just saying that she felt the way about Elena hopping in to defend Milani. So G Baby starts questioning, like, all right, Baby Tyson and Lauren, how y'all relationship after y'all 5 rounds that y'all went on the bus? And I feel like Lauren kind of handled it in a mature way. She's like, hey, I feel like the beef wasn't that deep, like I'm good. Like, we was really beefing over some other stuff from another network, and, that really didn't have nothing to do with us. Baby Tyson was like, we beefing because, we cool because we got the same ops. I'm like, Lord. So she's just basically saying she don't know if it's really real with her and Lauren. So she's not going to say they cool, she's just saying that they got the same beef. So it's better to stick together. Which, I understand both sides. I understand being wary of a girl that you fought 5 times. And I also understand Lauren being like, the beef is over. Like, they both have valid points. So Leandra sees Elena walk by or whatever. It low-key looked like production walked her over into that area so that she could be seen or whatever. So, the whole setup. So Leandra is like, oh, Elena, come over here. And Baby Tyson's like, why is you calling this bitch over here? Like, I don't like her. Like, whatever. And Lauren is in her confessionals, and she's like, yeah, I be low-key peeping little stuff that Leandra do, and she's messy. So Elena walks over, and basically, it's a little chilly over there because Tyson like, bitch, why you here? Lauren, basically, she starts getting off her grievances with Elena, and she's like, why did you get up last night and this and that? And Elena like, look, y'all, it looked like it was about to be a 2-on-1 thing, and I'm not really about to like let that slide. Like, Dava got up, and it was both of y'all standing there, so that's my friend. I'm not going to allow her to get jumped or have nothing weird happen, which is understandable. Like, that's her friend, and it looked like 2 against 1. So if she needs to get up to prepare herself to take up for her friend, that's, child, what does anybody expect her to do? And I think Lauren should understand that, because that's her friend. But Lauren's basically saying like, hey, it was never going to be no 2-on-1 situation. I don't jump. That's not my thing. I don't jump. I don't sneak. Like, you could get a head up with me. So then Lauren tells her, like, you kind of kept inserting yourself. I said that you need to go home, and you started inserting yourself talking about, oh, my friend ain't going home. I can definitely understand why that's annoying to Lauren, because it's like, we having a house meeting of saying who we think should go home, and who are you to jump in and say who going home and who not going home? If you saying that Milani, because Elena was like, Milani can fight her own battles, I'm not here to fight her battles for her. So if you're not here to fight her battles, then why are you here to pop it when somebody tell her that they think she should go home? You should have been quiet. Nothing that was said really needed your involvement in that. Like, the only thing that I could understand that Elena did was get up when it looked like it was about to be a 2-on-1 situation. Like, even if it really wasn't coming to that, I could understand her being prepared. But otherwise, if it's a bunch of popping it and it's only Lauren against Milani saying whatever she's saying to her, you don't have no reason to jump in or insert yourself. For what? And Lauren is basically telling her the same thing. Like, your friend could take up for herself, and she got a lot of mouth. So if she run around her doing all this yada yada, then she needs to be ready to stand on her own business. Like, why do she need you to be her mouthpiece? Like, girl, everybody's an adult here. Mind your business. Like, that's the thing, because they start calling themselves Group A and Group B, and Elena's group is Group B. Group B need to learn how to mind their business and stay out of everybody's stuff. Like, your friend could talk for themselves. So it's back to the thing of Elena saying, y'all two talking about Lauren and Dava is big as hell, like, and y'all trying to fight, Milani, and she's little. And Lauren is like, bitch, you've been fighting little bitches the whole time. Mimi, Tyson, like, so what about it? Size don't matter to you as far as people who you fight. So let Milani fight people if they bigger than her. Talking about, oh, well, Baby Tyson can hold her own. Girl, yeah, she can, but you still bigger than her. and Milani can hold her own. So let her do that. Elena's like, oh, ain't you the same girl that fought Leandra? Like, yeah, she did fight her, but it was a one and done for one thing. And for another thing, why does that matter? You're fighting little girls too. Y'all both sitting up here bringing up the same points. Y'all both fighting little small girls, except for, I'm sorry, Milani. I don't care what nobody say. Milani's not small. Y'all gonna have to show me some weight stats, some measurements, something, because she is not that much smaller than Lauren. So Elena just go into, so yeah, you big, and Lauren like, I am big. So let's go. So they get the fighting, child. The first round, you can't really see super good because security hops in the way real fast. But that first part of the fight, I'm giving that to Lauren for sure, because if you slow it down and watch it in slow motion, you could see Elena kind of like stumble a little bit. And I don't think she was slipping. Okay, I don't think that was a slip and fall. I think that was a little knockdown, not a knockdown, but she was dazed on her feet. And the fact that security jumped in so fast when she stumbled, you could tell, that meant that Lauren got her. Just the angle, period. Like they shouldn't have been on the behind Lauren. The camera should have been on the side, because you could not see what she did. Security jumped in immediately, so you could see Elena's first little stumble a bit, because as soon as she stumbled, Lauren went in like she was about to really get her, but then security jumped in, so you couldn't really see it all the way. So not only could you not see because Lauren was in the way, but then security hopped in too. So baby Tyson up on the chair, whoop that hoe, get that hoe, Lauren, whoop that hoe. Like, yeah, because she was getting her, I ain't gonna lie. And then you got G baby over here grabbing wigs, talking about, I got your wig too. Listen, you out here with us talking. And if you on this side, baby, why you grabbing both wigs? You better just grab my wig. Nah, I'm being petty. That's me if I was Lauren. But me personally, if you neutral and you ain't got no beef with nobody, then, it is what it is. But I don't know. If you too much on one side, you might just want to be on that side. Because in this house, in this type of situation, girl, you need to make sure your alliance is real tight. And Elena talking about I ain't never gave a fuck about no size. Like, I'll fight anybody, big, small, whatever. And I'm like, maybe I'm just not a good visualizer of size, because what is everybody talking about? Lauren is not that big. Elena is not that much shorter than her. And also, Elena got all these bodybuilder muscles. Like, girl, this should be no comp for you. But I mean, everybody's saying she big, so maybe I'm just wrong, child. Maybe she's just big, but it don't give that big to me. Okay, so after she calling Lauren big and all of that, they get into their second round, child. Okay, so I'm going to have to give that second round to Elena, but it's really by a small margin, just because Lauren missed a lot of her punches. And I will say, Lauren is throwing 2 hand punches. Her head is not down. When you slow it down in slow motion, you can kind of see her eyes are open, but they look kind of closed. They kind of squinted, like she bracing for the hit. But her eyes are open and her head is up. Now, Elena, her head is not as up and her eyes are definitely closed. And then another thing, she's not throwing both fists. She's throwing her right, but her left is all open hand, and she's mushing Lauren in the face a lot with that. But what I will say is I seen her get 2 solid hits in. Now, did they do any damage? No, but she did get 2 solid hits. I feel like she got more hits than Lauren, because I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't see Lauren's hits. It could just be the angle, because they started off on one side and then they moved to the other side, and I think that from that vantage point, you couldn't really see who got, if Lauren got more hits, because she might have been hitting more with the opposite hand. So it's hard to really tell, child, but I would give it to Elena by, like I said, a small margin. But I think that she didn't really do no damage, and she wasn't really connecting like she should. Now, if she would have had her left hand closed fist also, then she would have been able to do some damage. I'm not gonna lie. And side note, Lauren looks so pretty in her confessional, okay? She got the blonde hair, and usually I don't even like blonde hair like that with the dark roots, but she got the blonde hair, her dress cute, okay, Lauren. Tea, girl, tea. Side note, and she keep calling Elena Hulk Hogan, and it is hilarious. Like, yeah. Hulk Hogan took me out. It took me out. All right, so then Elena is telling Lauren that she beat her up. Lauren is like, no way, Jose. Let's run it again. So they start fighting again, and it's really a short round. I think from watching it in slow motion, Lauren got 2 good punches in. Elena ain't get none, so we're gonna have to get that round to Lauren. And after the 3rd round, they get to popping in, talking about each other and back and forth. And Lauren is like, I'm not Baby Tyson. Like, you know, what's up? Like, we can get it all day, this and this and that. So then it cuts to Leandra in the comment or in the confessionals talking about some, well, I didn't think that anybody was gonna fight when I called Elena over. So this fight is not my fault. And you know what? I'm starting not to care for Leandra either. Her face, it rubs me the wrong way. Her facial expressions, I'm like, girl, you look like she looked just like what Lauren said. Like, she looked like she's sneaky. You could tell that she's a little messier than she tries to let on. Talking about some, I didn't know Lauren was gonna press Elena. I didn't know the fight was gonna happen. Girl, Lauren pressed you, okay? Like, she pressed you, so why would you think she wouldn't press Elena? And then on top of that, she was already over there complaining about Elena. That's what she was talking about. So how can you not think that it was going to go where it went? Now, don't get me wrong, production probably set that up, but it's still at the same time, like, come on now. Come on. So while Elena and Lauren popping it at each other, Lauren turn around and look at Baby Tyson and just call her a bitch for no reason. like Lauren probably like, how I get in this? But, you know, they look like they're about to square up for a minute, and then security stops that, so that nothing ever really happens with that. So Lauren get to going crazy, you know, popping it and just talking crazy. And so Tyson, she's like, hey, Lauren, you know, no tea, no shade. But what was that? Talking about some I'm not Baby Tyson type, you know, because when she said it, it was kind of given like, you know, Baby Tyson ain't no work. But I understood what she meant when she said that, but I could see how Baby Tyson might take it bad. But, you know, basically she was like, I just meant that you're little. Like, you know, she not dealing with no little bitch no more. She dealing with, what she call herself? She dealing with Big Mama now. So I'm like, yeah, that's how I took it too. But like I said, I can understand how somebody could take it funny. So in the midst of that, Tyson and Lauren kind of check Leandra, basically like, why'd you call that bitch over here and this and that? And Lauren is telling her like, look, like, you're boring. If you don't want to be here, then you should leave. It's somebody else that wants your spot. And basically, if you're not going to leave, then you need to pick a side. So Leandra is like, I don't want to pick a side because I'm cool with G-Baby and I'm cool with Sam. Like, of course, never mind. So, you know, she's basically saying, like, if she picks a side, then she's going to have beef by association. And, you know, Leandra's not trying to get beat up against. So now, with them screaming and doing all that outside, other girls are coming out and they trying to figure out what's going on. And they like, we need to have an intervention because some of these bitches is boring and this and that. Side note, Leandra look crazy in her eyes. Like, she be giving these blank stares to the camera and I don't like it. It's creepy. She gives that she'll boil your bunny. Like, I don't know. And side note, what is Tyson saying that they have to bleep out? If anybody knows what she's saying, please leave it in the comments because I have to know. Like, I need to know. All right, so Elena goes upstairs and she tells all her friends that, I was fighting Lauren and then Baby Tyson jumped up. I feel like she purposely gave the story in a weird way because she crying and mad because she really didn't get the best of Lauren like she thought she might have or like she wanted to. And of course, everybody assumed that she got jumped. So they instantly like, who's going crazy. They see Kay-otic Tea stuff in the room. They throw her stuff out the room. They just tripping at this point. They, you know, like whatever. So they ready to go downstairs. They like, what's up? So they get downstairs. Lauren standing there by herself. She was like, I'll fight you later. My hand is hurt. We gotta give it a couple hours. I'll fight you later. And they all walking up on her like talking about, let's go. And Lauren like, okay, so what is it giving a jump set? Like, what's going on? And so she go and she called her troops. She like, all right, Baby Tyson, Dava, like, you know, them, those are the names she say, because really that's the only, them the only hitters in her crew. Like everybody else kind of like on something else. I don't know. I wouldn't really say that they really gonna get down for nobody, because Lulu, I mean, she might get down, but I don't really know what it's given. And then Kay-otic Tea, she done already got beat up. She probably want to take a rest. G Baby, all she do is run around holding wigs for people. Like while they was running out, she telling Tyson to give her wig. Girl, this is not a wig holding session, baby. Get ready. Have them hands free, because if you gonna be a part of the crew, then you don't get to just stand there and watch. Like you got to get in the field too. So, and then we got, Leandra, she ain't on nobody team, and who else is it really? So, Lauren, the only real hitters is Lauren, Tyson, and Dava. So Milani with her helmet wig, she popping it on my show. We can run it on my show. Like she's just going crazy. Like girl, ain't nobody scared of you. Like get lost. So Lauren comes in and they like, oh, y'all jumped. And Lauren is like, you lying. You didn't get jumped. And Sam is like, well, Elena came in and was saying, this is her in a confessional. Elena came in and was saying that it was mad bitches around her, and that this and this and that. So of course we assume, she never said she got jumped, but we assume that she got jumped. Okay, first of all, her saying it was mad bitches around her is a lie. Nobody was around her. Nobody even got up for real like that. Leandra don't care what's going on with them, and G Baby is a wig holder. So who got up? Tyson was, she was cheering for Lauren, but she was standing up on the couch just watching the fight. She didn't say nothing to you until you said something to her. So Elena, you on the list now. Like, you are weird. You go up there and try to start all this mess because you mad that you got beat up. Girl, bye. So Elena and Lauren square up for round 27, child. I don't know. And I don't know what comes out of Lauren's right hand, but that's the hand that Elena can't take, okay? Every time her head go to the side, like she ready to turn around and leave. Lauren put her in a whole little twirl, like, okay? So they had that round. Me personally, it's looking like Lauren took it. Hold on, let me watch that in the slow motions so I could really make sure. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Okay, for that round, I will give it to Lauren. I think she got maybe like 3, 4, or 5 punches in. Maybe not that many. Maybe like 3 or 4. And Elena only got 2. Now her 2, they look strong. Her fist was fisted, and she was throwing them hard. But I think because of the angle she was throwing them and the fact that Lauren's arm was kind of in her way, they didn't really do much damage like they could have. I feel like they could have done some damage, if they were done right. But she's fighting with her head down and her eyes closed. So, that's how that's gonna end up for her if she keep doing that. So they go for another round. I also feel like Lauren took this round. Like it wasn't that long. They didn't really give him that long to fight. But Lauren definitely got the most licks in on that one. And the thing about it is, Lauren may not be necessarily like just doing Elena in, but Lauren controls the fight. Like, she's on the offense while it looks like Elena's on defense. Like, Lauren is the one who is moving and who's like putting herself in position, and it looks like Elena is the one trying to like counter that. So that, coupled with the fact that they don't get that long to fight and Lauren gets more licks into her, it just gives that she's the more dominant one in the fight. And in her confessionals, Tyson was saying like, oh, whatever beef Lauren got, now I got it because I like the way she handled that shit with Elena, because she basically was taking up for her and all that type of shit. Then baby Tyson goes out and calls out Milani. Child, when I tell you, she took Milani right down to the ground. Like, I don't know if Milani didn't have good footing or whatever, but she calls her out, and they get to fighting, and she just boom, and Milani just falls. And like I said, it could have been her footing because they are fighting in that little gravel rock where it's like all them rocks and stuff, but she get up on her. I ain't gonna lie. So then Elena turn around and look at Milani on the floor like, man. Like, so I'm getting beat up, my bitch getting beat up, like, it's giving a beat up set. Like, So Milani in her confessionals like, yeah, so baby Tyson, you couldn't be my bitch. You couldn't be the Lana, or Elena. So you come for the weakest link, but you can't beat me either. Child, calling yourself the weakest link is diabolical. Like, what are you talking about? You sound like an idiot. And then she started talking about how Tyson is picking and choosing. Like, I mean, she ain't really, I don't see how she picked and chose. Like, it's you and Elena low-key going against Lauren as far as last night's events. So now she said whatever problem Lauren got, she got him. So she picked Milani. So child, the mess still ain't over. Baby Tyson runs into Elena in them room, or Elena in them room, and she get to throwing beds over the balcony, child. She threw 2 twin-size beds into the pool. Then you got Milani and them in the other room. Milani talking about somebody needs to come fight Dava. I can't fight her and Tyson. Somebody gotta come fight Dava. So they on their way out to get in the field. Sam out here talking about some, I'm about to get in the field, blip, 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 blip. So Lauren out there by herself, and she basically telling them like, Elena, stop lying. Tell them you got jumped. Did you get jumped? Tell them, whatever. And they really not listening for real. Lauren is just like, Becky, when to me and you have a problem. Like, what's going on with that? And she like, look, I'm not about to let y'all jump me. Let me go get my bitches, and then we can run whatever y'all trying to run. It seems like the commotion is getting around the house. People is hearing stuff. They coming out. Baby Tyson come out. You got Nas. Now, you know what? Now Nas on the list. Nas talking about some, oh, Lauren, if you so big and bad, why can't you run your face by yourself? We not gonna jump you. Girl, shut up. You ain't gonna jump nobody because you pussy. I don't even know what you talking about. You let somebody put a battery in your back to fight somebody else that you didn't even want to fight. So you not gonna jump nobody, but you don't know what's going. Girl, shut up. So after Nas is done talking whatever she talking, you see that Lauren and Elena is fighting again, like, but they kind of fighting off screen, so you don't get to see the whole thing, the square up and all that. So security get that broken up real fast. So Tyson come outside immediately, getting ready to fight Milani. So because Milani turns around, she see Tyson coming up, she square up. They get to fighting. So when baby Tyson and Milani get to fighting, child, nobody wins. Their punches are going past each other. When you watch it in slow motion, there's no hits landed, but Milani does kind of sling baby Tyson because she got her by the hair. So neither one of them did no damage, and I would like to definitely see that fade go again. Right now, Tyson is still up on Milani as far as their fades go. Elena in the confessional talk about some, baby Tyson, you're not Tyson anymore. It's now Milani is Ali. So first of all, if you don't put respect on Ali and Tyson name, we gonna have a problem, because what is we talking about? Milani Ali? Girl, psych your mind. So then Becky and Tyson square up. I don't know why that needed to be done, why the fade with Becky and Tyson needed to be had. Becky said in her confessionals that she owed Tyson because of her talking crazy to her last night. But it just seemed like Becky wanted to fight somebody. So they get to fighting, and, Tyson gets beat up, for the few little seconds that they're fighting, because she fights with her head down. And even Lauren said it. Tyson's quick and all, but it helped me win because she got her head down. She fought with her head down. You're going to get hit in your face regardless. You might as well put your head up so that you could at least see where the punches are coming from. So maybe you could move or something, like get your little Kim on, like, do. Like, come on, girl. Side note, Dava's look with the black shirt and the black eye makeup and everything, it's giving tea. I like that. She looks very pretty on this part. I like it. So Lauren's still rallying up the troops. She get the girls out, and Dava comes out, and she get to fighting Milani. Soon as she gets to fighting Milani, and it looked like Dava's getting the best of her, who jump in? Elena. What happened to Nas? Oh, we not gonna jump you. Yeah, right. The minute they got a chance to jump somebody, a jump was had. And then Tyson runs out, and then Mimi runs out, and I have to give it to Mimi. She ran out and leaped onto Elena. Security had Elena, but she still leaped on her and tried to get her little lick in. And then all the other girls, side B or whatever, they running up mad at Mimi for jumping in, but Elena is jumping Milani. What they expect everybody to do now? If it's a jump set, it's a jump set. We all sneaking and jumping. Then if that's the case, tell your homegirl to stay out the way and let her friend run her own fades like you said she could do earlier. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Lauren, Big Mama, she saying that she not scared of nobody and this and that, but I ain't gonna lie, it's given that she's trying to peace treaty or cop please or talk a little too much when it come to Becky. I don't really think Lauren really want that with Becky. Now, I don't know if it's because she felt like they was cool and she want to just, be cool. But Becky tone ain't cool. She's sitting up there calling Lauren fake. You fake, you fake. You talked about Tyson after y'all fought. You talked about it, whatever. And Lauren sitting there like, we made up. Like, on my mama, like after the fight, like we made up. And that is true. They got into it. They had their fights or whatever. But before the house meeting, they end up talking and deciding that it was no need to keep the beef going. So I don't really know what Becky is talking about, but my thing is, why you care? Number one, like, shut up. And number two, Lauren, why are you explaining? We in the field right now. Yeah, I'm fake. Yep, let's fight. Like, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she think that's her friend, or maybe she think that was cool, but her tone don't say cool. And if your tone is like that with me, then it's up. Like, that's it. So now it's the fight between Lulu and Sam. And Lulu fights in slow motion. She fights with her head up, but it's in slow motion. And you can tell her eyes are open because she's really trying to pay attention to where she throws her punches at. But Sam, on the other hand, she fights with her eyes closed and she fights in fast motion. But because her eyes is closed, she can't tell where Lulu's at and when Lulu is throwing punches. They're both tiny girls, so really nothing is going on. But if there has to be a winner, I would say Lulu, because she's actually connecting. I'm glad Lulu didn't take Sam's apology, because you out here talking about, oh, I apologize and I take accountability and all this, but you out here trying to fight her again for what, really? Like fight somebody else your size. Baby Tyson your size, fight her. But Sam don't want that work. So Lauren just let it be known. Obviously, everybody done chose their side, and that's it. So that's how the episode ends, you guys. Let me tell you, okay, right now, right now, baby, Baddies Gone Wild is taking over. Like, this, I'm gonna have to say, like, after 3-4 episodes, this is my favorite show right now. Baddies definitely doing their shit out. It's a lot of fades on Baddies, but this is fresh, new people, new beefs, new fades. It's given, okay? It's given, all right? So, yeah, boy. That is the end of the video, you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think of the video in the comments, please, you guys. Commenting really helps my channel. If you like my content, just support, you guys. Leave me a little comment. Let me know you liked it. Tell me what y'all thought about the fades, child. Let me know. Girl, let me know. All right, you guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.